Greetings, villains and vigilantes, heroes and heroines. You're tuned in to Project SuperVillain. I'm your host, Arc Drifter, and today we jump into the top 5 of September. We have quite the lineup of games coming up for this month. This is going to be a terrific month for gaming, and I imagine October and November are going to be the same. So one thing I want to make clear for this video, I'm actually changing up the format a little bit. Going to be trying to run through these games a little bit quicker than usual. So if you're noticing a change there, let me know what you think down in the comments below. But buckle up and let's just jump right into this top 5. Number 5, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Alright, coming out September 1st for the PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series S and X, and the Nintendo Switch. Developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by B&E Entertainment and Namco Bandai. This game might be familiar to some of you. It is a game that actually came out a long time ago. It's a remaster from 2013 at least. It is a Arena 2.5D fighter. It's going to feature all 8 parts of the JoJo franchise, 50 playable characters, and 10 new additions to the roster as well. I imagine they'll have DLC in the future. That's usually what they do with these types of games. New additions include assist mechanics, pick a second character to help out in battle, new stages, and there's going to be an all-star in battle mode, which follows the original story and fantasy battles and replaces the campaign mode. There's going to be endless battle mode, which is an arcade mode as well, and there's also going to be featuring online matchmaking, which I imagine you could have expected in a game like this. There's going to be probably a pretty strong online presence for this game if it does well, but we'll have to wait and see how it does when it comes out. Number 4, Splatoon 3. Coming out September 9th exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, we've got Splatoon 3. Obviously, it's developed and published by Nintendo, but this is a game that I imagine they're going to be trying to make the forefront of multiplayer, as well as obviously Mario Kart and Smash Bros. But this game definitely is a bigger game than I would have expected, so there's a little bit more to go over than the other ones. But let's get into it. There's 2 teams that compete in a variety of game modes involving painting the ground to mark the territory for your team. That's kind of the main gist of the game, but there's eliminating the enemy team as well. That can make it easier for you to paint the ground, easier for most of the modes. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But we'll get into some of the other ones. Anyways, you can equip one main weapon, and you also get a special weapon. So there's tons of different things in the game now. Is that a fucking sword? Hell yeah, there's a sword, there's a bow. Tons of new additions to the game that I'm sure plenty of people will be very pleased with. New items, and there's going to be an overarching world called Splatville that connects all the game modes, kind of acts as like a multiplayer hub. The main mode is a 4v4 turf war. That's generally what most people are playing when they play Splatoon. You're trying to paint the ground with paint, right? So don't forget that. The other modes that it features includes Anarchy Battles, which kind of replaces the ranked mode that they had before, which includes the Splat Zones, Tower Control, Rainmaker, and Clam Blitz modes. Definitely, if you're interested in the game, look into those more. But there's 4 different modes in that. There's a story mode, which has got a big feature in this game. It's a good place to learn the abilities and weapons for the game for when you're playing multiplayer and whatnot, if you plan on doing that. There's also a Salmon Run mode, which is essentially a 1 to 4 player local or online co-op mode. It's PvE. The Splatfest mode is another kind of feature. It starts off this time with 3 teams, and it's a 2-round kind of thing. First round starts off as a 4v4 turf war battle. Round 2 goes into the tricolor turf war, which I believe at that point it goes into 3 teams. Look into that if you want to know more about it, essentially. And with that being said, I know that was a lot. That's definitely the most I have for any of the games here, actually, but let's move on to our next one. Number 3, Solstice. Coming out on September 20th for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, developed by Reply Game Studios and published by Modus Games and Maximum Games, we've got Solstice coming out. This game looks really cool. It's a fast-paced hack-and-slash combat game. Kind of features an interesting camera angle situation where it swaps between a fixed camera angle, kind of a la Resident Evil, and then swaps between side-scrolling like Nier Automata does, and then it also goes back into like an isometric and third-person gameplay back and forth between all of those. And you play as an interesting duo here of Briar, who is a human, and Lute, who's a ghost. They're sisters, and there's a big story as to why one's a ghost and one's not. That plays in a big part of the game, obviously. But essentially, this game's about corruption spreading and a massive incursion, kind of reminiscent of Dragon Age Inquisition, if anybody's seen that. But big incursion, a big hole in the sky opens up and chaos comes raining in, and it's your job to essentially stop it. And this game features kind of a dark and gloomy atmosphere. It's got like, you know, dead civilians and gore throughout the streets. It's not exactly going to be a light game. It features a large ability tree between both your characters, so each character has different things that they can do. Your main character, Briar, obviously has a giant sword there, and you get different abilities based off of that, both offensive and defensive. And same thing with the Ghost character. They're going to be more focused, their abilities are going to be more focused on disruption, and buffing you as a player, and it's just more of a support character, obviously. But really cool. It looks like Loot's got like the ability to block melee attacks and assist in many other ways. You can build unity between the sisters the better you do without getting hit, so as long as you're keeping up good combos and whatnot, you're going to be doing more and more damage and succeeding better, so it pays to be successful in this. You can buy items and weapons as well in this game, but I don't know a whole heck of a lot more about it. It looks really cool. Definitely take a look into this if you're a fan of Nier Automata or games in that kind of vein. And let's move on to our next one. Number 2, Metal Hellsinger. Okay, Metal Hellsinger comes out September 15th for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series S, and X. It's developed by The Outsiders and published by Funcom. This game is a first-person shooter rhythm game, which looks and sounds amazing. Just saying it and just seeing it on paper, it sounds amazing. So I'm excited for this game. Essentially, you are destroying things to the beat, to metal. It's going to be freaking awesome. It's essentially Doom, but it really pays off to be in time with the beat. So you essentially focus on destroying things to the beat. You follow a Doom-esque story and gameplay style, so you know you're fighting demons and stuff, but you are essentially like a Doom Slayer of rock, and you benefit and do more damage when attacking in time with the drums and with just generally with the beat. It's awesome metal playing in the background. It's one of the most amazing parts about the game, honestly. You fight gauntlets of enemies and massive bosses. The game's got pretty nice design. I like it. Definitely looks like a fun game. It's got crazy features from many different rock bands out there, so I'll just list them off here. If you're a fan of metal, you're definitely going to want to check this game out. It looks really fun. I really want to try it. And with that being said, let's move on to our honorable mention. Honorable mention, Valkyrie Elysium. Coming out September 29th for the PC, PS4, and PS5, developed by Soleil and published by Square Enix. We've got Valkyrie Elysium, which is a game that's a bit divisive amongst its own fans. I learned more recently after doing all the research for the video. But essentially, it's a return to the Valkyrie series. If you are familiar with the Valkyrie profile saga, it's been going on for a really long time. I'll just explain what I see from this game. It looks pretty cool. So it's a third-person hack and slash featuring 4K 60 FPS, and it's an action JRPG. It features a large open world, and you play as a young Valkyrie entrusted with the fate of the world by the All-Father. It's very nice looking, with plenty of colors flying around while you do all your flashy combos and your finishing moves. And it's got cool elemental attacks and summonings as well. I don't know a whole heck of a lot more about it, but one thing I do know is that it's got music by Motoi Sakuraba, who's known for their work in the Tales games, Mario games, Star Ocean, Golden Sun, Smash Bros, Dark Souls, and many more. But that being said, it looks cool. Check it out if you're interested. Let's move on to our number 1 pick. Number 1, Slime Rancher 2. Early access. So it's early access, but we're doing it anyway. I don't care. It's good enough. This game is usually a lot of fun. I played the first one completely in early access and didn't even play it in the full release yet, so I should probably do that. But it's coming out September 22nd for the PC and the Xbox Series S and X. It's going to be developed and published by Monomi Park, just like the first one was, and it's a cute first-person exploration adventure farming simulator. This game is very much more on the chill side. Features 4 unique biomes and your home as well, which is known as the Conservatory. Essentially, this game is just more of what you love. If you played the first Slime Rancher, you're going to get exactly what you want and just getting more of Slime Ranchers. So I don't think I can complain too much about that. I love the first game, so I'm excited to try this one out. So this game's going to feature new slimes on top of almost all of the already familiar ones we've seen, and the evil tars as well, of course. They return. But some of the newer slimes include the bunny slime, there's a butterfly slime, there's a bat slime, there's an angler slime, and there's a raccoon slime. And these are slimes that have just been like advertised on the cover of the game. There's probably going to be plenty more. Just like the first game had so many secrets, this game's going to have tons. I don't know if every single slime from the first game is going to be featured in this one, but I think most of them will be, at least. Like I said, this game features not only cute and cuddly, but there is a strange sense of foreboding. Apparently there's a big volcano in the background of this one. That might be something like a timer on the game, so you can't take forever, or else this thing's going to blow up, or you need to build something in time to stop it. I'm not too sure, but it does feature some spookier areas. Not only does it have these nice and cuddly areas, but it's got some spookier areas too. So look forward to that. This game is not all cute and cuddly. It features different difficulty modes just like the first one did, so if you're familiar with those options, you'll know what to expect with this one. Essentially, they're difficulty modes, but they change up the game pretty drastically. Like if you go on the harder difficulty, you're going to have like lots of issues with the tar monsters coming in and messing things up for you. So with that being said, if you like this game, take a look into it. I highly suggest playing the first one if you haven't had a chance to, because this game is super cute and it's a lot of fun. It can be pretty addicting as well. That being said, that's it for the top 5 of this month. I'm excited to try out some of these games, that's for sure. The rest of them just look really cool, and I hope that some of these games look awesome to you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you like any of these games here, let me know in the comments. Discuss what your favorite one was, and if there's any that you're coming out this month that I missed and didn't call out, make sure you let me know. I'd love to have a conversation about it in the comments down below. But that being said, that's it for today's video. So thanks for joining, thanks for watching, and Project Dismissed. Peach out.